And that's the fun part of being live. For real. Not really having anybody on here yet. Hi guys. Okay, so nobody's here yet. That's totally fine. I'm with that. I'm with that. Um, I'm just getting set up anyway right now. Alright. And that's the fun part of being live. For real. Not really having anybody on here yet. Hi guys. Okay, so give me just a second. I'm about to send my notification over. Oh my God, that's what I'm over there. God, I'm like so freaking. Gotta see. I'm just waiting for some people to get in here. Hosting a few shares, and then we'll get started in a second. Actually. I'm also going to okay, well, I'll deal with that later. Anywho, let me get back to what I was doing. Well, nobody's here yet. That's totally fine. I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm just getting set up anyway right now. Alright, so. Hi, guys. Okay. Okay. Well, anyhow, I'm here. We're all here. And cut this down a little bit. So that way I don't have to hear an echo, because that's weird. Alright, so I guess we're going to get started, because I do feel like I got hit by a train. I don't really know why I feel like this. I don't know if it's a cold, a flu, the boogeyman, who the hell knows. But what I do know is I'm gonna keep pushing. Even though my hands is ashy because I just washed them. My hair is all over the place because that's the mood we're in today. But anyway, so let's get to it. For those of you who don't know who I am the Gemini Goddess. This is my channel. I do all sorts of stuff here. I do tarot, I tell jokes, I tell stories, I keep a journal. I do all that stuff, like whatever, however I feel. And I just realized I'm not mic'd. So I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't know if you want to hear me, but let's just try something. A little bit better. Okay, guys, so we're going to do this in an organized and efficient manner. We're going to go through elements. So we're going to start with the air signs. We're going to move over to the earth signs, then the fire signs, then the water signs. There will be timestamps after I finish the live. I'll go ahead and put the timestamps in. I have, I was going to say most of my decks here, but I don't have most of my decks. I just realized that I do have a few of them, however. I really think I want to start with the Modern Witch Tarot deck today. I'm just in that kind of mood. I didn't really know where I wanted to start, so I brought like, I don't know, 8 or 9 of my decks. And no, that's not all of them by any means. But what I am going to do, damn, I can't start with this deck because this deck is all over the map. At least I think it is. So I can't start with the Modern Witch Tarot deck because it's got to be shuffled. But it wants to talk to me. I love when my decks talk to me. So, let's see. I will start with, even though I haven't really like shuffled per se, like done a pre-shuffle on my cards really, because at least not these, because I won't lie to you, it's been a minute since I touched my cards. I've been kind of in transition and I haven't really been doing a lot of readings for people here recently, just because I've had some other stuff that I've had to take care of and some other things that I've had to deal with. If you want to be nosy and you want to get all up in my business like that, I don't care. But I do have a whole nother video. You can go check out my journal, my daily journal. It is, there is a video link upload on my channel for it. I just kind of, if you really want to be nosy and you really care about what I got going on in my life, yeah, it's over there. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste your time here talking about stuff that I've already talked about over there. So, but all that being said, I just hadn't really been able to do, my setup has been disrupted, so I haven't really been able to do what I want to do, how I was able to do it before. And energetically speaking, I just kind of really felt out of sorts, you know. So I didn't want to put that, kind of energy out. That's just who I am. If my energy doesn't feel right, I won't displace it. But I would say at least my cards have missed me. I don't know if anybody out there has missed me, but my cards has definitely missed me because they're talking. All right, so I'm going to give these some good shuffles. I hate, because I don't want to, like, I don't want to be, like, all loud and stuff. I'm not in a place where I can really be loud. I don't want to be loud. Plus, not to mention I have my mic on, and I don't want to, like, shuffle the cards, and that just really irritates me. When I hear shuffling through the mic, it's always amplified. It just drives me nuts. So I try to do a quieter shuffle. At least right now, I'm going to try to do a quieter shuffle. So just bear with me. We are going to get started here in a second. It's just that these cards really, I really feel like these are the cards I need to be using. And since I didn't do a pre-shuffle on them, I want to make sure that I get them nice and warmed up for us. Hope everybody had a good New Year. Happy New Year to those of you that are still here with me. I have a feeling Aquarius, this is going to be interesting because my cards won't stop flipping to save their life. And I keep hearing Biggie's Listen Up, I got a story to tell. So, okay, Aquarius, I don't know. Let's do this. All right. I never do any of this on camera, so you guys are getting to see all of my process from the very beginning. right, so as I said, we're going to start this off with the air signs. Going in order, we're going to start with Aquarius. Aquarius, your first card is popped. You have the Ten of Wands, first and foremost. The Moon. Sorry, guys. My face is still, my head is still kind of like stopped up. So I'm like I'm like that old sinus commercial. I don't know if you guys, I'm dating myself. If you guys remember that old sinus commercial where the head just kind of like disconnected from the rest of the body and it was just like this floating head. That's kind of how I feel right now. It's so nice. It is so nice to feel out of body sometimes. Okay, so Aquarius, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Moon, and the Ten of Wands. Off bat, what I'm seeing for you, Aquarius, is there's not a lack of communication. There's a secret. There's and it's not really as simple as cut and dry like that. It's not like, okay, there's a secret and boom, there it is. The Ace of Swords in reverse to the Moon, which is a major arcana. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. The Moon is actually the major arcana for Pisces. So that could be. But off buck, sorry, my voice is a little bit crazy too. Off buck, I'm going to tell you, Aquarius, you got some secrets. Whether you're the one holding the secrets or there are secrets going on around you, there is something that you don't know. There's something that's not being spoken, or maybe there's something that somebody else doesn't know that you're not speaking, because the Ace of Swords is an air sign. It is an air card. So that could be your energy, Aquarius, not speaking or not giving somebody clarity. And this may have something to do with your emotions. This may have something to do with how you feel about a particular situation or a particular person. The secret, either the hiding of the emotions, the not speaking on the emotions, or the secret itself is burdening you. Something in this situation is burdening you. It's too much. And let me tell you, Aquarius, that's not a good place for y'all to be in. I mean, it's never good to hold things in. It's never good to hold things back from people. It tends to build up and it tends to explode, especially with air signs, because we're always in our head. I'm a Gemini, so I know. We're always in our head. We're always thinking about stuff. We're always trying to figure out how something is supposed to go. I keep looking at this Moon card, and what keeps standing out at me is this figure in the water. It's giving me some very nefarious vibes. It's kind of giving me like blood in the water energy, or almost like a tainted emotion. Like the water always signifies our emotions in tarot. And so these are the feelings, these are the emotions. And then you have this entity, this energy, this dark vessel inside your emotions. So it's almost like, if I could put it in a picture format, it's like, and you have these characters here that have on masks, and I don't know why. I'm getting Gemini vibes off of this. Like I'm getting the lovers sort of type of energy, but not in regards to a relationship, more so like in regards into a choice, a decision that you need to make. And it may be that you may be putting on a false mask. You may be putting on a front, and that's what's creating this burden for you. So like, let's say, just for instance, let's say something happens. I don't know what happened. Something happened. And there was an expectation that you were supposed to respond a certain way, and you didn't. Even though that might be how you feel, you didn't react that way. And now I think what's happening is, as a result of you not reacting that way, you're put in this place of falsities and facades. So let's say, for instance, right, I'm trying to think of a good scenario that won't trigger somebody, but I keep getting this energy of doing something that you didn't want to do, or, you know, being in a situation that you didn't necessarily want to be in. Maybe you chose to help someone that you really didn't want to help, or that you really couldn't help, or maybe you started dating someone and you try to, that's really what I'm getting here. I'm getting more so along the lines of like, you entered into something with someone, and it could be a relationship, it could be a business thing. There are no cups here. There's only the moon in terms of representing emotion. But whatever you got into, whatever you entered into with this other person, whatever your outward response was not true to how you really felt. So let's say, for instance, you got into an agreement with someone, or you took a job offer and you were like, yeah, I'll take it, and I'm excited about it, and I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be great. But inside you were more like, I don't want to do this. Maybe I don't know how to do this. Maybe I'm not equipped for this. But you're not communicating these insecurities. You're not communicating these dark feelings about what the journey that you're embarking on. You're simply just going along with the flow. And this is creating a burden for you. And I could tell you, Aquarius, we don't do good with, like, air signs. We have to emote. We have to. Really? Four of Swords. We have to emote, because if we don't, we explode. I'm not gonna lie, we explode. We cannot keep our feelings bottled up. It's not healthy. And yeah, okay, so, and then your clarifiers, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse being clarified by the Four of Swords in the upright. You have the Moon being clarified by the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And you have the Ten of Wands being clarified by Six of Swords in reverse. So Aquarius, you may be thinking, by keeping this to yourself, or by because the Ace of Swords in reverse and then the Four of Swords in the upright, this is a torturous combination. While the Four of Swords speaks of healing, resting, recuperating, see here, the first prominent swords are the Three of Swords, and then at the bottom is the Ace of Swords. Anytime you see one, whether it be the sword, the wand, the cup, anytime you see one isolated element by itself, that is the ace. So you've got the Three of Swords up here, and you've got the Ace of Swords down here. You've got the Ace of Swords in reverse right here. So what this is telling me is that while you think you're doing the right thing by keeping your mouth shut or keeping your thoughts to yourself about whatever this situation is, you're just breaking your own heart, if that makes sense. You're keeping the truth to yourself and you're miserable about it. And the longer you keep it to yourself like that, the more miserable you're going to be. But you're going to walk around constantly in this energy of like, I'm fine, it's good, it's fine, but it's not. And speak your truth. Like, speak your truth. You're not rocking with it. Even if it's something that you thought in the beginning you could. Now you're like, I'm not so sure. You're not rocking with it. Stand on your truth. Speak your truth. It'll feel much better because you're not even fit for this. Like, you see this is the Nine of Wands in reverse. Now the Nine of Wands in the upright is the wounded warrior. He gets up, he keeps fighting, he's not done, he can take it. It's like Captain America, I could do this all day type, you know what I mean? But the Nine of Wands in reverse is like, I could, but I can't. If that makes sense. It's like, yeah, you know, if I really wanted to dig really, really, really deep, I probably could find the fortitude, the testicular fortitude to fight another day, to stand here and stand my ground one more time. But I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of fighting. And this may be why you're trying to just go along with the program. Like, this is why you're not resisting. This is why you're not, you're hiding what it is that makes you nervous or makes you scared. This could also be an energy of on the upside, because this doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. This could also be the energy of embarking on something new, embarking on something that you're not really sure about, you're not confident about, you're not, and normally, you know, where you would stand up and you would be boisterous and you would take the lead, you're just kind of taking the back seat right now and you're just kind of seeing where things go and you're trying to trust the process a little bit, even though you don't. I'm just keeping it that. You don't. But you have the Six of Swords in reverse, and that's clarifying your Ten of Wands in the upright. So this burden is something that you are not inclined to leave. Whatever this is, you're not going to bail on it. You're committed to it. You're committed to whatever fights, whatever obstacles, whatever defense, whatever competition. You're committed to going through all of that. So this is not a situation where you want to necessarily let go of anything, and that's fair. So I kind of think, I still don't see any cups out here. I'm still leaning more towards this is maybe a professional or just a personal ambition type thing. But if we put this in a message format, which this is the midweek messages, so let's put this in a message format. If we put this in a message format, then that's exactly what it's saying. It's saying, hold on. There are some things that you don't know. There are some things that you may not be aware of. There may definitely be some times where you want to give up and give in, but don't. Hang in there. Hang in there. And even to the point where this Ace of Swords in reverse to this Four of Swords in the upright. There may be some triggers, not necessarily your instincts, but there may be some triggers that make you nervous about this. Like in the back of your head, there's a little voice that might be saying to you, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. You should say something. You should get out now. You should get out now. You should get out now. But you're not. You're not. You're going to stick with it. And that's good. That's good. And whatever this is, I do hope it works out for you. I am going to give you a rebel message. Oh, look at this. Aquarius, you're the shit. So whatever it is, you are the shit with it. So hang in there, baby. Now, I want to give you a yes or no. Yes, no, or maybe. Because I feel like it. So let's do it. First card that pops is the card that I read. All right, so for you, Aquarius, your yes, no, or maybe is answered by the Hermit. So whatever your question was, yes, no, or maybe, it's the Hermit. The Hermit answers it. Um, the Hermit can be a maybe card. And the reason why I say it's a maybe card is because in order for you to have it go whichever way you want it to go, it's going to require you doing some soul searching. You may even have to isolate yourself from some people for a little while. I'm hearing friends close, enemies closer. Sorry. Do that. But basically what it's saying is you need to find some things within yourself. I hate when they do this. It's like, yes, you can have what you want. Yes, you can succeed in this because you are the shit, Aquarius. But you need to do a little bit more digging into your internal treasure trove. There are still some things, some tools, there's still something inside of you that you need to connect with, that you need to embolden and you need to empower before you can go out there and actually be successful at what you want. And it could actually be that it's a confidence thing. You are the shit, but you may not know you are the shit. And so you need to go within and you need to build some more confidence and you need to build some more you need to strengthen your inner foundation so that you can actually shine like the diamond that you are, Aquarius. I like that. So, that's cool. That is very, very cool. All right, so we are going to go over to Libra. I'm in a public place right now. I don't know how long they're going to let me do this, but I am going to do this for you guys every day that I can, at least while they let me. So, I thank you very much for hanging out with me. I know I'm a little low energy today. It's not you, it's me. I'm trying to kick whatever is trying to kick me. And kick it well. Yes, you do see people walking behind me because I'm in a public place and I'm in a quiet room by myself, and I just can't wait to see how long it's going to take for somebody to knock on that door and ask me what I'm doing, even though they see that all of my cameras are up. And I'm probably recording something. Do they want to get on my live? I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's not what kind of party this is. Anywho, Libra, we are on to you, and I swear to God, I'm gonna have to bring a mat or something so that I can actually shuffle, because my cards are just flying everywhere. And that's wild. I'm not used to my cards just like flying everywhere. But they are excited because I can feel the tingling in my hands. So I can tell that they're excited. It's like, where you been, Gigi? We missed you, Gigi. Does anybody else feel like that when they haven't engaged with their cards for a while? Does anybody else feel like that? I do. I do. All right, so Libra. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Let's see what that means. Libra. What do you have for my Libras? What do you have for my Libras? What do you have for my Libras, please? Okay, Libra, you got the Moon. Queen of Cups. Let me take out one card, please. Yep. That's not too dissimilar. I seen the Devil pop out. I mean, I saw the Tower and the Queen of something pop out. I can't remember. But the Devil is not too far from that energy. All right, so Libra, you got the Moon, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Devil. So You are also, this is a little different from Aquarius though. This is not so much about a fear base. This is a deception. Like out and out. I don't know if this is you or somebody around you, Libra. But you have a very, there's a deceptive, manipulative energy in your midst. And this is something or someone that is very connected to you, like bonded to you. This could be a family member, a spouse, a child. This is somebody that the chains bind you, but they're not permanent, if that makes sense. This is not something or someone that has to necessarily be in your life, but this is something or someone that you have set priority as a priority in your life. But this person is manipulative. This person is secretive. This energy is of someone who is cold, callous. It could be a Scorpio, and I'm not saying that because the energy is cold and callous, so don't come for me, Scorpios. I'm just saying, you got the Queen of Cups in reverse, and then you have the Moon, which are two water signs, two water element cards. And the Queen of Cups in reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, so this is definitely a person, Libra. This is somebody who may have brought you. They may have made an offer to you, even a promise of sorts, but they made it much bigger than what it was. So like, this is somebody who could possibly be gaslighting you. And the reason why I say that is because you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Moon in upright, which there was supposed to be a new beginning. Maybe you talked about it. Maybe you wished for it. You wanted it secretly. Somebody wanted this new beginning secretly, but it didn't happen. And the reason why it didn't happen is because the offer essentially was too small. They gave you something trying to, it's like if somebody shined up a really pretty penny and then tried to tell you that it was actually a brown quarter, but it is just as valuable as a silver quarter. No, sweetheart, it's a penny. And that's kind of what happened here. It's like somebody may have tried to make an offer seem really, really big, but they just didn't have the emotions to go behind it. So it was like, they were trying to convince you that this offer was, because you got the page here. He's holding a single pentacle, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is an offer of that new beginning. But you see over here too, he's got this peacock, and a peacock, while his feathers are down, this is, I always get, so when a peacock's feathers are out, he's boistering, he's showing off, he's showing the world, hey, look at me. He's garnering attention, he's getting attention, he's seeking attention. When his feathers are down, he's not necessarily seeking the attention, but he's going to get it because regardless of whether his plume is out or his plume is closed, he's a peacock and he struts. And so he automatically just kind of like exudes something that is always going to draw somebody to them. And you see how this page is looking at the peacock, but he's handing the pentacle off somewhere else. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's like, here, yeah, take this. While I'm over here looking at something else that I really, really want. And I'm trying to convince you that this is all that I have, everything that I have, and it's yours. It's all yours. Here, come take it. It's all yours. It's all for you. But there's a much bigger cup that I'm not showing. As a matter of fact, I'm not even making this accessible. You know what I'm saying? So think of this in terms of like, this could be a person who has promised to take care of you, right? Like, I'm going to be financially responsible. I'm going to be fiscally mature. I'm going to be a stable and solid support system for you. But they don't show you any love. It's like, you know, it's kind of like that kind of situation. If you're married, it could be like a marriage of convenience, a marriage of pragmatism, but not a marriage of love. And I think this is something that is probably, whatever this is, it's gone on for a long time. And it could be a combination of not just you being gaslit, Libra, but also you gaslighting yourself and voluntarily kind of putting the roses over your eyes so that you can continue to be bonded to this, even though you don't have to be. And so I hate that, and I don't really want to leave that there, but format requires. Format requires. So if I'm not plugged up there and I'm not plugged up here, we're going to have a problem. Oh, not quite like that, but it's going to be something like that. Sorry, all my stuff is going off. All my stuff is going off at one time. It's crazy. All right, so Libra, let's get you a rebel message. And then remember, we're going to do a yes or no. So if you want to go ahead and focus on your yes or no question after I pull your rebel message, you're more than welcome to do so. My nose is like, bitch, I will stop on you right now. It's like, I will stop. Don't stop. Don't stop on me, nose. I need you to breathe. All right, give me one message from the rebel. Rebel message, please. Rebel message, please. Okay, well. Rebel message says, stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, Libra. I get this feeling of, even though the only bondage card here is the Devil card, I get this feeling that, you know, you are really sticking in something, or you're hanging around something for the convenience. You might even be playing a couple of head games with this person just to kind of make them feel like you're genuinely wanting them, but you don't. You want the security. You want the security of being with them, but you may not want them. And this doesn't have to be you. It could be the person. It could be another energy, but somebody here doesn't want what they have. Somebody here doesn't want what they have. They want more, but they're not going after it. Give me a message, please. Give me a yes or no for Libra, please. Yes, no, and maybe for Libra, please. Give me a yes, no, or maybe for Libra. Too many. Give me a yes, no, or maybe for Libra, please. Yes, no, or maybe for Libra, please. The Star in reverse. So, once again, Libra, I'm going to tell you like I told Aquarius. This is all about you. The Star in reverse, which does signify hope, but in reverse, of course, obviously, it signifies a lack of hope. It's also, the star in upright is a yes. And the thing about my yes, no's, or maybes is they still retain their original intentions. So for me, the star, even though it's in reverse, the star still retains its original yes. It is still a yes. But it's not going to be a yes until you get out of this funk. So until you can find the hope, and just to let you know, just to show you, so your devil card was clarified by the sun in reverse, which is also another, it's another card of clarity and happiness. It is the happiest card in the deck. It's another card of clarity, joy, happiness, positivity, yet it's turned in the reverse, along with your Ace of Pentacles that's also turned into reverse. What you don't realize is what you want you can have, but you can't have it in the energy you're currently in. So if you're in this energy, if you are Libra, if you are in this space of being with somebody because it's convenient, because it's stable, but there's no love there, and you want a relationship that's more loving, that's more friend oriented, you're not going to get that in this relationship. You're going to have to let go of this. You're going to have to humble yourself. Like this peacock has let his plumage down, you're going to have to go plumage down. You're going to have to actually humble yourself a little bit and kind of maybe think about what it is that you really want in order to get what you want. Know what you want so you can get what you want. Because if you don't know what it is that you're even looking for, how are you going to honestly how are you going to achieve it? How are you going to acquire it? How are you going to even recognize it when it comes your way? And for all I know, this still could be a situation where, you know, you may have what you wanted. You may actually have what you wanted. You just don't see it that way. It could also be that way. You may be looking at the forest, not really paying attention to the trees. And you're just mad because there's one particular tree that's not in your forest. Instead of being happy about the fact that you have a whole forest, you know? I don't know, but there's definitely there's some dissatisfied energy here. There's definitely some dissatisfaction. And I think until you clarify that for yourself, or, you know, whoever's in this energy, until they clarify that for themselves, Libra, I don't really know. I don't really know that you're going to find that balance you want. Just saying. All right, so my personal favorite, I am the Gemini goddess. And we are up, Gem Gems. I am so sleepy. I swear to God. Take me a nap. I might not do these long. I might just break them all up into elementals and do like air in one video, earth in one video, fire in another video, and water in another video. I'm still testing out a few of my formats while I'm still trying to keep the content going on my page. And that's crazy. Of course, we get all three of our cards at once. Don't we, Gems? Don't we? Okay. So, Geminis, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Cups, and the King of Wands in the reverse. An opportunity. Five of Cups, regret, remorse, sorrow. Let's see. The Hierophant in the reverse. Tell me about the Five of Cups. So many. Oh my God, I don't know what this is. I'm gonna die. I hate being sick. I'm such a brat. I don't like being sick. So I said I don't like being sick. Six of Wands, sorry. And tell me about the King of Wands, please. Tell me about the King of Wands, please. The Queen of Wands. So the King of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Queen of Wands in reverse. That's interesting. Wheel of Fortune to the Hierophant in the reverse. Five of Cups in the upright to the Six of Wands in the upright. King of Wands in the reverse to the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So Geminis, looks like what we got going on here is some divine timing and some lessons learned. I think if you're not careful, you might find yourself doomed to repeat some things in your past simply because you did not learn the lessons that you were supposed to. I also think too, these two right here could also signify an opportunity to get away from something, to leave behind something that may have been really, really impactful to you up until this point. So, you know, it could be maybe you're deciding to leave a relationship. Maybe you're deciding to leave a family structure, a job, but with the Hierophant, it would have to be a career. But whatever it is, you're just kind of looking for your way out. You're looking for your ideal moment to be out. And you know that this is probably going to cause a little bit of sadness. You're going to have some remorse. You're definitely going to have some moments where you're looking back and you're thinking, God, did I make the right decision? Did I do the right thing? And I'm going to tell you, yes, you when you do walk away, when you do turn your back on whatever this is, it'll be shaky at first, but it's going to end up victorious for you. You're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. Now, I will say this. Be careful of a lack of ambition and a lack of care, because you got your King of Wands and your Queen of Wands in the reverse. The King of Wands is very ambitious. He is very laser focused. He's also passionate. He's also, he can be a little bit of, because he's so focused on what it is that he wants, and he's so focused on getting that and putting everything that he has towards that. The King of Wands in the upright will bulldoze past you if he has to get what he wants. And when he's with the Queen of Wands, this is kind of like that double energy. You have the King of Wands who is like logically going to war about it. You know, if he's the King of Wands, when it comes to his ambitions, when it comes to what he deems as his, which is very little. Like, there's very little that the King of Wands desires that he feels like he cannot have. And so when he's in the upright, he is, he's the type of energy where if he has to cut you down to get where he's going, or if he has to move you out of his way, if he has to go through you to get what he wants, he has no problems doing it. It's to him, it's the cost of doing goods or doing business, you know. But in the reverse, he is he's dangerous. Let me just put it like that. And I don't mean that in terms of, I mean, it could that he could be violent. But in this particular energy with everything else, I think this King of Wands in reverse is not, it's not like that heavy. But I do think the King of Wands in reverse speaks to you possibly having lost your fire for something, lost your passion for something, maybe even lost your direction in it, especially with this Queen of Wands in reverse. You may want to be careful, Geminis, about jumping out and being too cutthroat, being too cold, being too much of a bitch. You know, this is warning you not to take everything as an act of war or a declaration of war. Put it like that. And the fact that it's both your masculine and your feminine sides that are in the reverse, what this is telling me is that you are in your entirety, you are kind of out of whack when it comes to your passion. You may not even have any passion for anything right now, but just be careful that you're not looking at the world in terms of everybody is out to get you, so I gotta get them first. You know what I mean? Because that is the part that can make you dangerous, Gems. You know, if you're constantly considering yourself back against the wall and at war with everything and everyone, then you will find yourself a soldier or a martyr. But you'll never be a civilian, and you'll never be able to actually enjoy your life and what it's supposed to mean. Now, your rebel message, because you are twins, and I got two of them, of course, for the twins. Your first one, Gems, is figure the shit out on your own. And the second one is stop trying to change people. That shit never works. You do you. So what I would say, Gems, is that, you know, there may be a situation here where you're trying to make something work. You're trying to make everything kind of come together cohesively, and that's just not happening. And so where you are is you're trying to come to terms with it. You're trying to come to terms with the notion that you can't save everybody, you can't help everybody, you can't take everybody with you. And this can be very heartbreaking. This can be very discouraging, because there are people that you want to come with you, but it's okay. It's okay, because once you figure out what it is that you need to do, once you figure out what direction you need to go, which is why your king and queen are in the reverse, because you don't know. You're looking for that opportunity. You're looking for that doorway that opens that tells you, okay, this is the direction I need to go. But once you find that, you're going to be good. Now, if you asked your yes or no question, you got the Empress in reverse. This is not a no. This is a yes. The Empress is a yes, but she's about creativity. All of your action cards, you're like, and this is crazy, Gems, because even though there's no air signs on the board, we've got fire, we've got earth, we've got a little bit of cups. But all of your action cards, your fruitivity cards, they're in the reverse. Your Queen of Wands is in the reverse. Your King of Wands is in the reverse. Your Empress is in the reverse. Your Hierophant is in the reverse. You are not stable. You are not stable in the current moment that you're in. You're not feeling stable. You're not believing in your own stability. You're not believing in your own ability to manifest. You are simply waiting for something to happen. And let me tell you something. As a fellow Gemini, that is not what we do. Okay? That we cannot just sit and wait for stuff to happen. We have entirely too much nervous energy to do that. So while you're sitting waiting on something to happen, you're getting frustrated. You're getting bogged down, and you might be taking some of this bad, low frequency stuff, you might be taking it out on people that don't deserve it. You need to step back. You need to step back. You need to self-check, self-regulate, and figure out what it is that's within you that needs to be recalibrated. Get off your ass, figure this shit out, and go and just handle it and get in the creative space, so that you can be the Empress, so that you can be fruitful, so that you can feel like who you really are, Gems. Wow. Come on, y'all. Stop playing. Stop playing. Don't get depressed. Don't get depressed, Gems. That's not our bag. I mean, it can be. Don't get me wrong. It can be, but that's not really. Depression does not look good on a Gemini, let me tell you. Like, there are versions of all 12 zodiacs. I call it the broken house. And anytime you see one of these characters in their broken form, it's heartbreaking. I mean, it might just be me, but it's hard for me to encounter broken spirits. And they're everywhere. They're everywhere. If I have time, I might come back and do this later on tonight. Right now, I'm just like, all right. Moving on to our earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, you are up next. I'll try to get through these a little quicker than I got through the other ones. All right. 3 for Capricorn. 2 of Cups wanted to show its face. Ooh, that's crazy. 2 of Cups wanted to show his face, but what jumped out was the Ten of Swords and the Moon in reverse. Ooh, who you telling your feelings to, Cappy? Hey, Cappy. And the Lovers in reverse. Okay. All right, Caps. What happened? What happened? Put you down at 6140. All right, so Capricorn, you started with the Ten of Swords. Let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. So, the Sun. Okay, so 3 major arcanas. It's not too bad. But that Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords in the upright, sorry. The Moon in the reverse and the Lovers. Tell me about that Ten of Swords, please. Tell me about the Ten of Swords, please. Tell me about the Ten of Swords, please. See if she pops back out. Ten of Swords, please. The World. Okay. Tell me about the Moon in reverse. Tell me about the Moon in reverse for Cappy. Tell me about the Moon in reverse for Cappy. Okay. And that's wow. Okay. All right. So you very well could be dealing with an air sign. You've got a lot of air here. The Ten of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Lovers in reverse. But you've got the Ten of Swords in the upright, clarified by the World in the upright. This is the ending of something, so something new can begin. I love to see the World card. I know a lot of people, they just focus on the ending of a cycle. I don't. The World is just that. It's ever changing. The Ten of Swords being where it is, first of all, tens are endings. So, all the heartache, the treachery, the lies, the deception, whether you caused it, whether they caused it, whatever, all that crappy crap that was, that mucky muck that was in your energy before, it is dissipating, it is fading away, it's going away, and you're moving into a new cycle. And that's good, Cappies. That is a really good thing. I like to see that. Your message in that is to let it go. I can tell you that right now. Like, the universe is moving in your favor. It's closing this out for you. It's purging this out of your energy. It's purging this out of your frequency for a reason. Let it happen. Let the universe do what it does best, which is reset, rebalance, and refocus. You have the Moon in reverse, which means that you are, and you've got the Two of Pentacles in the upright. So you're not you're not hiding how you're feeling. You're actually kind of maybe coming out of your shell. You're being your truest, most authentic self right now. I think what's happening, though, is you are trying to figure out how to balance those two. Even though this isn't the scales, it's not justice, it's the Two of Pentacles. You're trying to figure out how to balance who you were with who you are becoming. And I can tell you, one of those energies is going to filter out. It's going to one of those energies is going to become more prominent than the other, whether it be the energy of who you were or whether it be the energy of who you are becoming. And I have a feeling it's probably more so who you are becoming, because you also have the Moon in this card. I don't know if you can see that moon back there. behind the largest of the two pentacles. And so I think that, you know, you're coming out of your shell, you're being more authentic, you're being more true to who you are. I think that you're still adjusting a little bit to what that means to your overall life, but that's okay. You also have the Lovers in reverse with the Queen of Swords. So, in the upright. So, I, side note, I love the Queen of Swords in this deck. Okay, this is one of my Gilded Tarot decks. It's not my deck. I didn't make the deck, but it's one of the Gilded Tarot decks that I actually own. But I love the Queen of Swords in this deck because that face she makes, that is the face that, as a Gemini, I am the Queen of Swords. And she makes me very proud to be the Queen of Swords because I don't know if you can see her face. I can get it not to be blurry. If you can see her face, she has this look on her face like, yeah, I have definitely been through some shit. I am much wiser, much smarter, but I'm not a total hard ass. You know, she's kind of like, give it to me straight or don't bring it to me at all because I will cut you. And with the Lovers in reverse, this is you not having to make a decision. You don't have to decide who you're going to be. You are this Queen of Swords energy. You are all truth, no cap, no BS, and you are quite happy being right there. You are, it's like you've been wearing a mask, Capricorn, for a very long time, and then you just decided you were coming up out of that mask. You were no longer wearing truth, and that, my friend, is absolutely amazing. And don't let anybody make you feel some type of way about it. I think you being the version of yourself that you thought everybody else wanted you to be, or you know, that everybody else wanted to see, I think that part of you was becoming very cumbersome for you, which is understandable, you know. But it was also, it was creating a lot of conflict within you. Because on one hand, you want to make people happy. You want to, you know, you want to make your parents happy. You want to make your kids happy. You want to make your spouse happy. You want all these people to be happy about who you are and what you are and where you're going and how you're doing it. And at the end of the day, it's like you on the inside, you're miserable because see how this person has their phone in their hand? They're still engaging with the world. They're still reaching out to certain levels so that, you know, the people on the outside still think everything is fine. But you see all those swords, like, yowzers. Ouch. You feel me? Like, whew. It's terrible. Just terrible. So what is your rebel oracle message? Because we are all rebels in our own right, aren't we? Give me a rebel oracle message, please. Rebel oracle, please. I need one. Need one, please. One, please. Oh, this is definitely for you, Cappy. Shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive and let that shit go. So, yeah, and that goes right along with the rest of your reading. It's okay to be yourself. Oh man, it is okay to be yourself, Cappy. It is okay to be true to who you are and be authentic to yourself. Even when those people, there are going to be some people who are not going to understand this new you. New year, new me, do. Hey, they are not going to understand. They are not going to get it. They are not going to click with it. They are not going to rock with it. But guess what, Cappy? That's okay too. Don't go for them. Don't try to, retaliate or, don't try to be extra with them. Just, let them live and you go live your best life. Stand in your authenticity and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, yes, no, or maybe. And Cappy, I ain't gonna cap with you. Dang, my little. This is the Habit. In the traditional tarot deck, this is the Devil. And this is a no card. So the reason why it's a no card, and if you look down here, you see dependency, and it was in the upright, so I am going to read it as a no. But simply put, whatever your yes or no question was, it's a no, because whatever it is that you're asking about is toxic. Whatever it is that you are inquiring about isn't. So if you're asking about something that you will have, the universe is telling you no, because it's not good for you. And even though it may look good, you may be drawn to it, you may be enticed by it, it's just no bueno. So the universe is going to not allow that to come into your world and infiltrate. Now, on the other side of that too, Capricorn, I just want to warn you, if you go against the universal grain and you try to incorporate whatever this is, if you're like, I don't care, I still want him, or I still want her, or I still want that, and you go after it, just understand what you get. What you get may be more detrimental than productive. So just be careful with that, Cappy. Just letting you know. All right, moving on to Taurus. Hi, my little bullheads. How are y'all doing? My stubborn friends you are. I love Taurians. I say that every video because I do. I love Taurians. Actually, one of my longest enduring friends is a Taurus. The other ones are Libras. She's the only earth sign I have in my life, which is really strange. But I love it. I love it. I miss her wherever she is. Rosita, mama. Her wherever she is. Rosita, mama. I love you. I miss you. I wish you a happy new year. If you ever see this video, 2022 is our year, boo. This is an inside joke. All right, so Taurus, give me a message for Taurus, please. I need 3 cards for Taurus, please. There's 1, the 2 of Swords. Give me 2 more for Taurus, please. 2 more for Taurus, please. 2 more for Taurus, please. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 1 more for Taurus, please. 1 more for Taurus, please. Ew, I gotta do a tarot after dark. Definitely gotta do a tarot after dark. I'm gonna have to find some place to do a tarot after dark. My cards have really missed me. They are all trying to talk to me. And I can't do all of them at one time. One more. Ooh, excuse me. 1 more for tarot. 1 more for tarot. 1 more for Taurus, please. 1 more for Taurus, please. 1 more for Taurus, please. 1 more for Taurus. Too many. 1 more for Taurus, please. 1 more for Taurus, please. One more for Taurus, please. 1 more for Taurus, please. No. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3 more shuffles and then we'll pull you. 1 more for Taurus, please. Thank you. 4 of Wands. All right, so Taurus, you've got the 2 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 4 of Wands. Making a decision, maybe? Thinking about cutting somebody out, maybe? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Definitely not want to put in any more work. You don't feel like this is where you want to put your investments anymore. You kind of want to let this go, maybe. And then the 4 of Wands. In search of something more stable. Is that what's happening? Is that what we're doing, Taurus? All right. All right, so I'm not going to take this because I didn't ask for that. I asked for a clarifier on the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is clarified by the King of Pentacles in the upright. You may be making a, ooh. And then the Ten of Pentacles, and then the Six of Wands on the bottom. So, I'm not going to take that either because I didn't ask for that. So, tell me about the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles in Two of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles on the show its head and clarifying that. Okay. This is definitely, Taurus, this is definitely about you. Ability somewhere. Could be with a King of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Could be you just trying to do it on your own. But you have definitely made a decision that you want to try to move forward and find your own stability. You're looking out for your own self. You're trying to find balance. You do want a family. You do want a home. You have the Four of Wands here. You want all of those things, but I think you're in a place of realizing that there are some things that you are going to have to fix within yourself. It's almost like you know what you want on the table. You know what you can currently bring to the table, and you know that that's not enough. Just saying. You know there's room for improvement. The Four of Wands in the upright is also clarified by the Fool in the reverse. And so you're not going to jump into this whole, and this is so Taurus energy. Let me just say, this is definitely Taurian energy. You've made this decision to go at it alone, to try to find your own stability, which is great. You know, I think you've realized that you cannot put a fertile seed in unfertile ground and expect for it to grow. I don't know if, you were dealing with someone or you were in a family situation where you thought this was what you wanted. You thought it was all that you needed. You thought that all you had to do was just kind of come to a point where you're starting to realize that in yourself, for one, and then you're going to have to be more pragmatic about it, which is what Taurians do. Y'all don't do the whole fly by the seat of your pants. Like, that's why this Fool is in reverse. Y'all don't do this. Taurus is not the jump off the cliff without knowing where we land type energy. Taurus does not do that. So what you're doing, Taurus, is you're going back to who you are. You are going back to reestablishing the balance of yourself. So, the next time you get into a Four of Wands situation, it will be more comfortable for you. It will be more beneficial for you. It will be more productive for you because you will not have done what you may have did this time. You may have jumped into this situation head first and been like, I don't know where I'm going to land. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm with the shits. I want it all. And that was so far out of your character that it destabilized you more than I think you really even realized. And so you are understanding why you just don't move like that, Taurus. You are coming to an understanding and a clarity, or at least you're trying to. But notice here, because you have the Two of Swords and the Justice card, and they say justice is blind, and apparently so is love. But sidebar. But you have both blindfolded females here. Okay, so this tells me one of two things. If you're the female in this, if you're the feminine energy in this dynamic, you could be unsure of where you're sure of the decision. So it's like, I know I need to leave. You're just not sure where you want to go. I know I need to bring balance to myself. You're just not sure how that happens or where that start is. You may also feel like somebody owes you something in this situation, and one or both of you may not see how to rectify that, or the other person may not see it. The other person may not feel like that. They may not feel like they owe you shit, or they feel like you owe them something, and you may feel like I don't owe you shit. But either way it goes, there's something that's not being seen because you got two cards of blindfold here. But I will say this: your rebel card says, no one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. Stop fucking whining. All right. I don't know too many Tauruses that are crybabies. They're more fighters than they are whiners. But I guess. So, Taurus, you have your yes or no. Yes or no is the moon in reverse. Concealment, which is, I don't know why. But it was in reverse. So, for one, this is a no. Okay, whatever your question was. Oh, excuse me. This was a no. You are not gonna have it. You are not gonna get it. You're not. The universe does not feel like it is healthy for you to acquire this. But the reason for that is because you don't know what you're asking for. It's almost like you think you know, but you don't. You might be wanting that really pretty chick, only to realize she's got bad credit, a fucked up attitude, she dirty. I don't know, something. You may want that quote unquote dream job, only to find out that they're not paying you what they said they'd pay you, or the amenities and the conditions are not what you thought they were. So the universe is telling you no, not because it doesn't want you to have it, but because you don't know what you're asking for. You think you know, but you don't. And the universe is trying to keep you from getting into something that you don't want to be in, if that makes sense. So, maybe you asked about a marriage, like, will me and this person get married? And they're like, no. And you're like, damn, but you didn't know this person was a serial killer. So see, you don't know. You just don't know. I don't know either, but the universe told you no, Taurus, so roll with it. Okay, so moving on to my second favorite sign, Virgos. Hi, Virgos. Happy New Year to all of my Virgos. I hope you guys are fine, fat, and fabulous. Hope you're sleeping much more than I am. Probably not, because Virgos don't sleep. The Virgos I know don't sleep. We're just a house full of manics. We sure are. Virgos and Geminis. We just up all night, yipping and yapping and thinking, plotting and scheming. I am convinced Pinky in the Brain, Virgo and Geminis. All right, so give me 3 for Virgo, please. What 3 cards are we going to start with Virgo, please? The Magician in reverse, Virgo, Gemini energy. Oh, the moon in the upright. That moon is everywhere today, huh? It's mooning it up everywhere. One more, please, for Virgo. One more, please, for Virgo. No, I'll take that. 1 to 5. One more for Virgo, please. Seven of Swords in the upright with the 7 of Wands in the reverse on the bottom. Okay, so the Magician in reverse, the Moon in the upright, the 7 of Swords in the upright. Okay. So, definitely some secrets, some manipulation, lack of proper manifestation. I'm not going to necessarily say manipulation, but there is a lack of proper, there's a lack of proper manifestation here. Give me one card for the Magician, please. One card for the Magician, please. Oh, sorry. I'm fighting my meds. I'm not taking those, too many. One card for the Magician. One card for the Magician in reverse, please. Seven of Swords again. I just don't want to take it because I feel like I manipulated that. Thank you. All right. Nine of Cups. Okay, so the Magician in the reverse with the Nine of Cups in the upright. All right, this is Cap energy. So this is like, excuse me. This is like, it's almost like, when I say Cap energy with the Lovers in reverse, when I say Cap energy, I don't mean Capricorn energy. I mean, this is straight Cap front. You're giving off a false face to the world type energy. This is the energy of someone painting a picture that looks good, but it's not that way. I'm getting the image in my head of like a sound stage. You know how like you watch a television show, if you've ever seen a TV show that was taped in front of a live studio audience, and the scene is designed, the set is designed to look a certain way. The set is designed to look homey and lived in and looks like a real living room. And then, you know, once the cameras are off and the lights are off and the audience is gone, you pan back and you can see all the open rafters and the lighting and the scaffolding. And, you know, you just realize that this was all staged for the benefit of someone else's entertainment. And this is kind of like the energy of the Magician and the Nine of Cups. The Magician in the reverse and the Nine of Cups. This is staged manifestation. This is something that looks like what I want, but is not what I want. And I am really, really finding, I'm finding it impressive that I can make you fall for it. I'm finding it, you know, pretty amazing in myself that I could create this illusion and you went for it. It's that kind of energy, you know. And then you have the Moon in the upright. Excuse me, with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Swords, the Ace of Swords in reverse on the bottom. So Virgo, you could definitely be engaging with another air sign, sorry, because you got a lot of swords here. You got the Magician in reverse. You had the Lover show his hand and the Ace of Swords. So You could definitely be dealing with an air sign. But what this is like whatever this looks like right now, the looks can be deceiving. So whatever this looks like, whatever you think it is, and this could be you or the other person, but somebody here is seeing a picture that is not the real picture. Somebody is getting the impression or the message, but that's not the real message. That's not the real, that's not what it's supposed to, it's not the truth, which is, I mean, makes sense. The Ace of Swords in reverse came up. It's not the truth. It's an illusion. It's a fabrication. And part of the illusion too could be that whatever picture this person is seeing, they are under the impression that this is the way somebody else wants it to be. So let's say, for instance, just for example, let's say, for instance, you were in a relationship with someone and you guys broke up. Now, this is just an example. You guys broke up, and you and this person, you may see each other from time to time. Maybe one of you or both of you are kind of like keeping up with things on social media, checking in on the other person from time to time. And this person gets the impression that everything is great. Everything is gravy. You know, they're fine without you. You're fine without them, whatever, whatever. And they continue to get this impression, but that is not it. It's like, no, I post these pictures because I have to keep my content going. I'm putting on a brave face because I have to. You know what I mean? I can't just sit around, King of Wands in reverse. I can't just sit around and be lost in my emotions and my passions for you. I have to continue moving forward. And so this gives the other person the impression that this is what that person wanted. This person wanted to be without them so that they could move forward, instead of realizing that no, this person is moving forward despite being away from them. So it's that kind of energy. And then you have the Moon and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So before I get into that though, I want to clarify the Seven of Swords. I want to see what the Seven of Swords is. The Eight of Swords. I am not surprised at all. So, once again, Virgo, you got a lot of air here. If you're not dealing with a Gemini, Gemini. Whoops. I didn't mean to say like specifically a Gemini. It could be a Gemini. But if you're not dealing with an air sign, you have, you definitely have a lot of air in your chart.